Hello, Aries. Welcome to your mid-March check-in. So this is a general reading. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards to get us started. The information about the decks that I am using is located in the description box below, as well as how to book a one-on-one reading with me. And for you aspiring readers out there, check out my course, Total Tarot. The link is in the description box as well. So let's just dive into it. First card we have out is Flow. Second card is Vulnerability. And the third card is the Magnet. Okay, so right now, what I love about this Flow card is that we have this little fish here, kind of at the top of the card, and all of this kind of water, but it also feels kind of like a field. And it's about really grounding into our emotions and going with the flow based off of how we're feeling. And that could be something that you're working on doing right now, really allowing yourself a whole new level of experience by tapping into how you really feel and then moving with accordance to that. The next card we have here is Vulnerability. And I feel like with you, Aries, you're someone who is very focused. Like Aries is focused on the self. It's representative of that first house. And you kick off, the astrological new year. But there's something here about vulnerability. And I think we're having difficulty in being really honest about ourselves and the ways in which we're really trying to protect the more and more softer side here. And it's necessary in order for you to go with the flow to allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself. Instead of really pushing off and projecting all of those things, it's time to really get centered and grounded in that in order to open up new things and attract what you want here with this Magnet card. I think this is all about your power and level of magnetism, what you're attracting into your life, and really hitting the reset button on what that is, acknowledging what it is, acknowledging your hand in it, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have Compassion. And I feel like compassion to me is really finding those places where you're able to intersect what you like with what someone else enjoys, right? To find those areas of where you can relate easily with others or with the situations that manifest around you, and finding wisdom in it, because not everyone can serve every purpose in your life, as well as you can't show up as everything to everyone else. So part of having compassion is recognizing that sometimes we're just not able to fulfill certain spaces or needs within ourselves or for others, or others are not able to fulfill that for us, right? So let's pull some tarot here. First, we're going to start with this Flow card. We have the Sun. Oh, I mean, it makes sense. Like where I'm staying, like the weather's getting so nice, allowing like people to kind of get out of their winter depressive state, all that good stuff. But the Sun card represents success. It represents illumination. Success usually comes after a state of illumination, of being able to see things clearly. Only when we see things clearly can we be successful in either healing them or pursuing them or cultivating them, right? And the Sun allows us the space and the warmth to cultivate, to grow things. And then here with this 5 of Cups, it's starting to see solutions, not looking at the problem so much, but more so of like, what have I got to work with now? Now that these things have fallen away, what's left? What remains? I know I can't jump from here to here, so what do I have to help me at least start the journey, right? To get to that opportunity or that goal, or that thing that you desire, that success point. But here we have the Justice card, which is indicating there's some type of imbalance. And I feel like this has to do with pursuing something too radically, trying to go too far too fast, maybe burning yourself out and not having compassion. That sword right there that Justice is holding really symbolizes the Ace of Swords, in my opinion, which is compassion, which is something that allows us to strive and move forward. For example, if you're writing something and all you're doing is allowing your inner critic to come up, like, oh, I misspelled that, or let me go back and fix this, you're not offering yourself the space of compassion necessary to complete that first draft. And so getting back into balance is hugely necessary. I feel like perhaps your focus has been in the wrong places, or you've been too one-pointed in your desires, and now it's time to do yourself some justice, to get back and get to a place of balance. And so maybe you feel really, really imbalanced right now. Maybe it's really difficult for you to go into a place of flow. Maybe you feel like success really isn't in your cards, no pun intended. And then here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups, which to me is a message about energy, intuition, emotion. Again, we were talking about emotions earlier. And with this Page of Cups, I feel like there's a resistance to really get curious about what you feel and why. Get curious about where your energy lies and where it's taking you. I feel like maybe you're in a state of confusion and like falling out of sync with something maybe that you once loved, once enjoyed, and you may be kind of resisting that, either stepping away from it or leaning too heavily into it here. So let's move on to this vulnerability card and see what else comes up here. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is suggesting, this is a practice. It could be something that you want to put out there or something that you're creating, but it's very close and tied to your heart. And here we have the Star card, moving in ways that are silent, perhaps like in order for you to remain hopeful, in order for you not to get feedback, because in the days of the internet, sometimes people are a bit cruel, you know what I mean? And I feel like, the Star card comes after the Tower, and so it's like a paradigm shift. And something happened in your life recently that really changed things and didn't allow you the space to be as walled up or as isolated as you probably were previously. And so now you're really working maybe on your relationships with others or with yourself. But whatever happened, it's like now you're kind of, not gaining momentum, but gaining a sense of purpose and a sense of balance in the emotional body through whatever this Tower moment was. But the 7 of Swords here indicates you're still focused on the wrong things. There's something that you're trying to prevent from happening. There's something that you're meddling in, but you're really overlooking the actualities of the situation here, is what the 7 of Cards is saying. And this Ace of Cups here is suggesting that there's an offer here, but you've got to be willing to sacrifice whatever's going on here with the 7 of Swords in order to accept this Ace of Cups. It's like the universe, Source wants to be able to offer you this place of being invigorated, for you to take that leap of faith, for you to step forward, and really, I don't know, kind of clean the slate. I feel like some type of cleansing energy is here, but it's something that really allows you to clean up maybe your act, or clean up things that were probably a mess. Maybe you're still sitting in the mess of that Tower. But let's move on to this Magnet card here. We have the 3 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, that's lovely, and the Devil card. Okay, so I feel like with this 3 of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles, it's funny I said 3 of Pentacles because I was going to say something about teamwork, about focus. And I feel like perhaps you're too obsessed about the ways things should be, or who you need, or what you need in order to accomplish something, and really trying to control a situation instead of just allowing yourself to naturally attract what is out there for you. I feel like whatever is being recommended here, it's like, don't be such a workaholic. Don't try to just work things out and control things according to whatever your vision is based off of the reality you're experiencing due to whatever emotional things are going on here, wherever there's this lack of vulnerability or this perhaps judgments that take place, right? Because then we have this 3 of Wands here, and it's like, wanting to control things maybe from afar. So be mindful of kind of where you're putting your attention and what you really want to happen. Maybe it's time to be a little bit more hands-on, to get more involved in things that perhaps you have a curiosity about, things that you feel like maybe you feel kind of like left out in the cold when it comes to trying to do some of these things. It's like support is out there, but also it's a matter of being able to support yourself to a certain degree, but having the flexibility to also come together with other people when you need it, to seek advice, to seek help. I feel like there's some people that, that have your back, but they're just going to stand still and stay there until you actually get more clear about what it is that you want, get more clear about ways in which you might have created some type of friction or some type of frequency that has kind of pushed away certain helpful energies, certain supportive energies that want to show up for you at this time. So let me pull a few more cards just to see what's on the other side of this. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This can suggest maybe moving homes, committing to something long-term. We have the Four of Pentacles here, again, holding on to things too tightly, wanting to control resources. And then we have the Ace of Wands. And it's because you have a goal, you have a vision, there's something that you desire, and you feel like it's not going to be handed to you. So you may overwork. And then we have this Page of Wands reversed here, and it's like, but maybe you're afraid to do things in a new way because it's just so unknown to you, because you're used to a certain belief in how you have to show up and what you have to offer or sacrifice or do or lay out on the table, or even just maybe your own considerations about people in general is kind of what blocks you from the things that you actually want. So it's like, it's time to check yourself a little bit here, to make sure that you're not, again, self-sabotaging, focusing on the wrong things and missing some of the stuff that could actually be really beneficial to you, or the things that are actually the cause of the problems that maybe you're trying to actively work against, actively like counter, right? So Aries, that is your reading. Just take it easy. Do your best to focus on the things that you can control, or that you can be guided through, really getting and tapping into that sense of flow, breaking away from certain illusions, allowing yourself to really see what's there in order to know what it is that you're calling in, right? And then you can adjust your pathway as necessary. Because with this Ace of Pentacles here, I think there is something that can be offered to you, but here it's a matter of recognizing kind of how you interact with the world, how you interact with your environments, and where you may cling too tightly or become too obsessed, therefore setting you back, and limiting the true expanse of your vision. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.